I finished summer school on July 29th, and I haven't been back to that place since. So I decided to go back, check out how it looked, and I think it's changed. This kind of looked familiar. I think this is where we used to have lunch. I think this was the classroom. Maybe that one? I can't be sure, but it was one of these. I don't remember it looking like that. Unless I'm forgetting stuff. During that summer, my sister was taking these music classes all the way in San Francisco. It was something for her college. I don't remember it that well because it didn't involve me, but my parents would have to take her some days. And following the 3 days I had by myself at the beginning of the summer, I was hoping I was going to get some more days by myself, or just so to have more days where I was alone in the house. But no luck, I had to come too. I had a camera with me, I had a camcorder, so I was at least able to take some videos and some pictures when I was there. When you exit off the freeway and you were entering the city, we passed by a record store called Grooves. And I remember it looked so cool. If you remember, I'm into anything that was like from the 60s and stuff like that. So I wanted to check it out, but my dad said no. Like we would drop off my sister, and then we would just wait in the car for like an hour and a half, however long she took. So yeah, I kind of just had to film or take pictures, record stuff from within the car. I didn't take any pictures of this or recorded it, but I remember seeing an entire wall covered with posters for the Fright Night remake, a movie that I knew was coming out, but I had no interest in at all. It wouldn't be until the following summer where I would finally see it. I would see both. I saw the original and then I saw the remake. And I love it. This is actually one of my favorite horror movies, both the original too. And it's just one of those things like, I wish I paid more attention when it was coming out, you know, instead of just finding it later on. But I love it, you know. The movies that were coming out weren't as interesting to me. I do remember 30 Minutes or Less, which I thought was very funny. But kind of the same thing with Horrible Bosses. It was rated R, no chance of me seeing it. I stopped going to the movies, was also kind of running out of all the gift card money, graduation money I had, so I had to stop. And in doing so, I kind of had to stop writing reviews. That year, there was a show called Ebert Presents at the Movies, and it was the film critic Roger Ebert and some other critics, and they would talk about the movies coming out that week. And being a film fan, I just loved that show. I was so happy that they would put it on TV, that I got to see it, and I learned a lot from that show. A lot about film criticism and also just writing, things with like directing and just like film history a little bit too. So it had a big impact on me, and I wanted to learn to write film criticism. You know, I wanted to learn how to do that properly. So it definitely influenced me, and with every movie I saw, I would come home and try to write a review. Some were really long, some were pretty bad, some I never finished, like the Transformers one. I saw Transformers. The movie didn't really give me much to work with, so I didn't really write a lot about it. Um, but I would do that, and it's still something I kind of do today, you know, in different ways. Uh, those reviews are long gone. Yeah, just lost to time. Uh, so I wonder if I could read them if I found them again. How they would read to me, you know. I imagine I'd probably flinch at what 14-year-old me had to say. On the last Friday I had for summer vacation before I started school, the last movie I saw was Rise of the Planet of the Apes. And I think of all the movies I saw that year, not just the summer, but the year, this might be my favorite. I think it did a great job focusing on Caesar. Andy Serkis is amazing. He gives an outstanding performance that I think gives the movie more heart. His face can go through so many emotions, from being innocent to frightened, from being angry to disappointed, and from being aggressive to protective. He's outstanding, truly, in this movie. And it's, I dare say, probably one of the best science fiction movies and science fiction trilogies in the past 10 years. I was a big fan of this movie, and I still am. And I'm very happy that I caught it in the theater and was the last movie I saw that summer. My high school was weird. It was a charter school, and they had to rent out a campus that this university had. And the campus was in disrepair. You know, it was real, like, dirty, messed up. You know, like, there was trash everywhere. So what the school had the families and students do was ask them to come and help clean out the school. I think the week before we started, or maybe 2 weeks before we started. So one day my dad and I went, and we went into one of the classrooms, and we just took out everything. There was all this dirt and drywall and trash, like, all over the floor, the cobwebs everywhere. We had to clean all the windows. You know, we spent hours in just that one room cleaning everything. And funny enough, that room would later become my biology class for freshman year. The school had a dress code, so we had a uniform. So back to school clothes wasn't really a thing I had to worry about. But I remember being at a store, and I found this shirt. I've had this shirt for 10 years now, and it still fits, kind of. I just gotta, like, suck in the gut, but we're good. It still totally fits. I started school on Monday, the 22nd. Well, the first week was mostly about getting used to the new school system, getting to know the teachers and the other students, and stuff like that. It just felt so... It was an odd system. It just felt like more summer school. But one thing we did was, on the Thursday, the whole school went on a camping trip. And this is something we would do annually. At the beginning of every school year, the whole school goes camping. I wasn't a fan of camping, but we didn't have to wear our uniforms, so it gave me a chance to wear this shirt. And though under protest, I did get to meet some of the teachers, and I did make some friends, some of them that I'm still very close with today. I had a notebook with me, and I was just doodling in it, like I do. And having just seen the Planet of the Apes, I was drawing a lot of monkeys and apes and gorillas and things like that. And that definitely called some people's attention. Like, oh, hey, that movie, yeah, you like it? And I was like, yeah, I really did. So that's kind of became common grounds to, like, get to know people. They were like, hey, you're the Planet of the Apes fan. Hey, you're the movie guy. Later on, someone that I met, a friend now, gave me this little figure because she knew that I liked monkeys. And that was my summer. That was the summer of 2011. More stuff happened. I didn't talk about everything, and in doing this, I actually kind of remembered some other stuff, but I'm not going to sit and tell you every single thing I did every day for the whole summer. The reason I made this is mostly just to, like, mess around, but also to commemorate the year. It's been 10 years now. I wanted to do something that would collectively organize all the things I did, all my memories, because it's been 10 years. And I don't want to... I'm always going to remember that year. But I don't want to just keep hearkening back to it. I don't want to get stuck in the past, even though I'm all about it. I definitely want to look forward, and in doing so, in doing this, I thought would be a great way to kind of, like, visually capture the moment like a visual time capsule. It's all coming around. But yeah, that's my story. That was my year. That was the summer of 2011.